بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على سيد المرسلين وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين وبعد. باب ما جاء في صفة سيف رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. حدثنا محمد بن بشار أخبرنا وهب بن جرير أنبأنا أبي عن قتادة عن أنس رضي الله تعالى عنه قال كان قبيعة سيف رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم من فضة. This is a new chapter from Shama'il al-Tirmidhi Sharif, and it is about the description of the sword Mubarak of Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam. And in this chapter, Imam al-Tirmidhi rahmatullah alayhi has brought four riwayat, four narrations about the sword Mubarak of Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam has been brought in this chapter. According to commentators, Sheikh Zakaria rahmatullah alayhi had mentioned that after the ring Mubarak of Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam, Imam al-Tirmidhi rahmatullah alayhi has brought sword Mubarak of Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam. It was the mention of ring Mubarak into the previous chapters, and this chapter, it is about the sword Mubarak of Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam. It has relation, both has relation, because ring Mubarak of Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam was made to stem the letter of da'wats and invitations towards the emperors of the world. And after da'wat, mention of sword, description of sword, it comes in order. It comes in order. You know, very famous incident that Rib'i ibn Amir radiallahu ta'ala, he was sent as an ambassador of Muslims to the very shining, binding assembly of Rustam. And he asked Rib'i ibn Amir radiallahu ta'ala, you must have heard many times his description. He was not known Sahabi. He was not known Sahabi. And imagine Sahabi who was not known, if his iman was like that, if he had firmness like that, if he had reliance onto Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala like that, if he had bravery like that, if he was never impressed by the temptations and attractions of this world, and he was unknown Sahabi. So imagine what would be the condition of known Sahabi. It is being described that his mule was one of the weakest. He had sword half broken, tied with patches, clothes instead of buttons, with thorns, and in that condition. But he had an intoxication of iman. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, through the barakat of hadith sharif, through his fazl, through the wasila of Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, through the wasila of Sahaba ridwanullahi ta'ala ajma'in, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us buzz of iman, intoxication of iman. When that nasha and when that buzz and when that intoxication sets into the heart, then our Sheikh Shah Hakim Muhammad Akhtar Sahib rahmatullah alayhi used to say that everybody else's sun is different, moon is different, and this type of person's sun is different, moon is different, Earth is different, sky is different, mountains are different. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us that buzz. That buzz we should try to derive from the life of Rib'i ibn Amir radiallahu ta'ala. As he goes, Rustam demanded that send somebody as your convoy, as your ambassador. So Sa'ad ibn Abi Waqqas radiallahu ta'ala happened to be an Amir of the army. So he sent Rib'i, very unknown Sahabi, very, very ordinary Sahabi. And he goes, and when he goes, they had prepared to impress him. They had prepared the whole assembly to impress him. Shines and lights and attractions and temptations, gold and jewels and diamonds, to impress him, to tempt him, to attract him. And that is the mizaj of batil from beginning and forever. That is the mizaj of batil. What appears to you very, very attractive, in reality it is destructive. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us. Iman and intoxication of Iman, it sets in slowly, but it attracts your inner self. And batil many times attracts your outer self. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us. Rib'i ibn Amir radiallahu ta'ala, he goes along and he doesn't want to get down from his mule. The security check demands. He said, no, if you want me to go and to meet your leader, I want to go like that. Because I have not come, I have been called. So they had to follow. And he goes, the very expensive sort of carpets, etc. It is being mentioned that the dropping took place from the mule. It dirtied the carpet. And he had that his broken sword or spear, whatever it was. He was leaning onto the cushions. So, indicating that you are trying to impress me. Jannat has impressed me. Allah has impressed me. Allah's muhabbat has impressed me. Whoever becomes impressed by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, by the love of Allah, by the muhabbat of Allah, by Jannat, by the didar of Allah, by the ziyarat of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he utilizes all the ni'mats of this world. But his utilizing will be different than that person who is not being impressed by Allah's muhabbat. That is the decisive difference. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us that type of iman. So he goes. The three sentences I wanted to share. Rustam asked him, Malladhi ba'athaka? Who sent you? Why did you come? Why have you come to our country? So he said, Allahu ba'athana. We have Jamaat. They have not come, Allah had sent them. Muslims, wherever they go, we were into the pharmacy in Paris, and one young man, he was very keen to the deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He said, can I ask you a few questions? So, interpretation of into the Francis took place, and so, you make shukr of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Oh Allah, wherever we go, whether we like it or not, whether we are in a hurry, whether we are gone for something else, but oh Allah, you create the means that we make mention of you. We think of you. We talk of you. We talk of your deed. We talk of your Quran. We talk of your Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. That is what Sahaba were. Whatever, they had adopted for their survival, that was just, just an excuse. Otherwise, their prime goal was da'wat. Every believer is da'i first, then everything else. Hazrat Ji Maulana Yusuf Sahib Rahmatullah used to say that you are da'i first, then doctor. You are da'i first, then businessman. You are da'i first, then engineer. You are da'i first, then consultant. You are da'i first, then driving instructor. In fact, you will use your driving instructorship for the sake of dawat. You will use your doctorship for the sake of dawat. That's how you are da'i first. That is what, he asked that, why have you come? He said, Allahu ta'athana. Allah had sent us. Why? لِنُخْرِجَ مَنْ شَاءَ مِنْ عِبَادَةِ الْعِبَادِ إِلَى عِبَادَةِ اللَّهِ وَحْدَهِ. Why? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had sent us. Whoever is being meant by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that he will come out from the worship of creation to the worship of creator, then that is our first and prime goal, that we will take them out from the worship of creation and we will take them to the worship of creator. وَمِنْ جَوْرِ الْأَدْيَانِ إِلَىٰ عَدْلِ الْإِسْلَامِ. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, bring us back to Quran and Sunnah. He said, from the injustice of all religions to the justice of Islam. There can never be justice without Islam. The true justice under the umbrella of Islam. From all injustices of all religion to the justice of Islam. And وَمِنْ ضِيقِ الدُّنْيَا إِلَى سَعَتِهَا. This sentence has been translated two ways. وَمِنْ ضِيقِ الدُّنْيَا إِلَى سَعَتِهَا. From the narrowness of this world, some people say, to the vastness of the hereafter. But some people say, from the narrowness of this world to the vastness of this world. What is the difference? Narrowness of this world, that no. If I get this type of life standard, then only I am happy. That is narrowness. And vastness of this world, true believer, whether he becomes king, kingship remains with him, alhamdulillah, well and good. And it becomes to the zero level, alhamdulillah, well and good. That is the vastness of this dunya. That is the vastness of this dunya. وَمِنْ ضِيقِ الدُّنْيَا إِلَى سَعَتِهَا. Some people, to explain the story, the sentence, Hazrat Maulana Sayyid Abul Hasan Ali Nadwi Rahmatullahi used to say that one king was lost into the jungle. He was out for hunting and he was lost. And this will be very relevant to us. May Allah protect us from the tests and trials. But this will be very relevant to us. He was lost, he was out for hunting and he was lost, and it came to such stage that now he felt that nowhere to turn to, no food, no drink, nothing. And he was expecting that now only death I will have to face. And somehow he found one hut and he arrived there and he was very, very thirsty, very, very hungry. When he asked for the water, that man of that hut gave him water in such a cup, in such a glass, that it was, like king, he must have never seen such a lowly glass or cup, because he had never drank water from this type of utensil. So when it was presented to him, he said, no, I cannot drink it from here. Attachment. He was attached to his, routine kingship lifestyle. That he preferred dying without drinking water because he was attached. That type of attachment is not into the life of a true Muslim. Then we can safely say that we have come to this world to take the people out from the narrowness of this world to the vastness of this world. You have empire, mashallah, well and good, and tomorrow you have nothing. You can live without it also. You are not the slave of attachment. When you are slave of attachment, then you are living in a very narrow world, although you are a king of the world. And you are free from the slavery of attachment, then whether you have empire or whether you don't even have place to sleep, it makes no difference to you. That is the vastness of this dunya for the true believer. So he said these three sentences. Rustam asked that if we do not accept your invitation, what will you do? He had that broken sword. He showed it to him that this will be decisive between ourselves and you. That is what I was trying to explain. That we went through the chapters about the ring Mubarak of Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Why? Because Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam made the ring to write the letters of Dawat to the emperors of the world. After Dawat, this comes. After Dawat. Saif, sword, Mubarak of Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. And you know, may Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala give us protection, and may Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala give us boldness, bravery and courage. Whenever weapon were used under the true guidelines of Quran and Sunnah, then it did serve only one purpose: weapon of mass protection. And whenever weapons will be used outside the guidelines of Quran and Sunnah, then it will become weapon of mass destruction. So inshallah, we have started this chapter. I just, for the sake of barakat, I read one riwayat. Inshallah, we'll continue in this chapter on Thursday. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us correct understanding of Quran and Sunnah. Subhanallah wa bihamdihi. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika. Nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta nastaghfiruka.